Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how I'm feeling about this. Literally, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like 3:30 in the morning. Just was about to go to bed. Honestly, I played a lot of Animal Crossing today. But you know what? I'm gonna make this video. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna make this video. You can tell by my voice. I was getting ready to go to sleep. But it's important. So, we're getting into it. So, yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Kimbo here. Obviously, don't have my gloves or my chain on or anything. I actually took them out because I was going to go to bed. But just seeing some videos, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a video on this. Going to do this, like, fully, you can already tell by the title. It's called, like, Dear Spin Master or Dear Bakugan, And before this starts, just saying, I know they support me and such. Everybody knows that, because I've gone to both invitationals. The first invitational as well as the second invitational that happened last November. I went to both, and you guys know I'm an avid collector. I'm an avid fan. I've been playing the game for 10 years, before the reboot. Now with the reboot being essentially part of, like, the beginning of the reboot and everything. Loving the game to the point where I have tats permanently indented in my skin for the rest of my life because I love the game that much. I'm going to start this off by saying this is not at all an attack. I'd never be a person that would attack or anything. I'm not that guy. I don't do that. It's simply just putting out things, to help out, because obviously a lot of people just, this got sparked by seeing a video, and it's not like necessarily a bad thing. It's me putting in my own input with things because I know, like, obviously having that influence, people will see the video and be like, Kimbo saying this about stuff, and you guys know I give my full out honest opinion on things. So yeah, like I said, not at all an attack. It's more of a suggestion just so things can be helped. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into this. I'm going to try not to make this video that long because obviously it's like almost 3:40 in the morning and I'm exhausted. This is how late I stay up just making videos and such. I mean, this is how my brain works, I actually couldn't sleep and I'm like, I'm making a video. You guys know how I operate. You can even tell by my voice. But the Spin Master for Bakugan, my honest opinions about it, I'm going to go into this about the approach of, constructive criticism. This is the first thing, like fully just saying things that are amazing and things can be worked on. Because the thing is, like, some people put in, like, big time criticism with things, but don't sandwich things, you got to sandwich the goods and, things that can be worked on. That's constructive criticism. Full out criticism is never a good thing. And that's one honest thing I'm going to say right here and right now, So yeah. Obviously, we're in the second season of Bakugan, with the reboot, that being Armored Alliance, and everybody's getting big time into it, but obviously because of circumstances, we all know the circumstances, things have been that much tougher. They had big time LGS support and stuff planned for this year, and I'm saying this, as obviously, like, considered an ambassador and also a Baku Master. Totally honored to have that title. You guys know I started with nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. And the fact they found me, a kid from the middle of the woods, totally honored about that. I'm just starting it off with that. And also being a part of, like, other games, like seeing how a pattern usually goes with series like this. So first things first, like, obviously being an Armored Alliance and them having big plans for the summer, like LGS support and such, because obviously a big time thing has been, like, getting the LGS support for the cards and such, support for the figures and such. It's amazing. They're doing an absolutely terrific job with the figures and such, even, like, just the new ones that we're getting now. I enjoy them big time. But, obviously, a thing with that is being the distribution, getting it out in places and such. And here's one thing people got to realize, too, is any series like this, it takes time for it to distribute across the globe. For example, you guys know I do Beyblade content on my channel as well. Beyblade, obviously, centered in Japan. You know what I mean? Like how Burst is. All the things go through Japan first, and then they go throughout the rest of the world. The biggest example is even with Burst. By the time Beyblade Burst Evolution, the second season, was out, that's when we were just now getting Burst over here, like the first season of Beyblade Burst. It took about a year for it to distribute and such, because that's how it goes. It always goes through, like, the area where it's centered first, and then it goes throughout the world. That's how it is with these series and such. The biggest example right now, I'm using Beyblade as an example because that's just how series like this are, Even with Pokemon, goes through Japan first, they get the episodes and such first, and then we get, like, the games and stuff over here. Except they're, like, big time on top of it and stuff, with obviously the distribution and stuff, but it's also a different, company and different ball to tackle, you know what I mean? But yeah, but I'm just saying that for all the fans that are, you know, like into the game around the world. You know what I mean? It takes time to get that distribution and such out. But also, like, obviously some distribution errors and stuff, because even in the US, it's been harder to get some stuff. I mean, with Battle Brawlers card packs, this is the big thing, is the card packs, because the TCG is so important. And just talking to Spin Master directly, like I said, I'm talking directly. I love you guys so much. You already know. Big time, like being able to talk to the representatives and stuff myself, totally honored about that, and just give my honest feedback, and I mean, them making the random deck boxes, like the Diamond Bakugan, the Arliss Bakugan, that was an idea I had like a year ago, and the fact that they're doing it shows they listen, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm gonna make this video, so maybe they'll see this and take these things into consideration. Obviously with the TCG, big time focus on pro is essential. You know what I mean? I get that there's like big time focus with like, the actual figures and such, which that is good and it's important. But also it's important to get that focus on the TCG as well. You know what I mean? Up in that distribution and such. When Battle Brawlers came out, it was great because like everybody could get the cards pretty easily and such. But then after that, obviously with the Resurgence was still pretty decent, but it did come out a bit late. People were still able to get their hands on it, at least in some places, you know what I mean? I know the US is obviously the hot spot for it because that's where it's centered, you know what I mean? That's where the series is centered. We've never had it where like a series like this has been centered here in the US, which is freaking amazing. And it makes it where we're able to get some stuff, which is awesome, But getting that stuff out abroad is the major thing with it, Obviously it takes time, so it should be like around now where people should be getting like stuff for, like season 2 and stuff, I mean? We're getting far into season 2. At least like abroad should be getting stuff for like furthest ends of Battle Planet at the very least, you know what I mean? But yeah, obviously, like I said, world events, things going on, have put a wrench in that, and that being a thing. But also even before that, like Resurgence, some people still couldn't really find Resurgence. Age of Arliss was honestly really, really difficult to get. They had it in select places, and people had to get from those select places and such in order to get those cards, and then now even with like Armored Elite, we're hoping to see the cards, we're hoping to see them at the beginning of the year, but just now people are like starting to get like a decent amount of them, but still it's tough to even get those cards, you know what I mean? So it makes people like kind of just wonder about like Fusion Force in the future of things, you know what I mean? Like it really does. And even with that, big time thing is like LGS support and distribution and such, even the LGS support, like, you got some big shops around that are big time investing in the game, like Psycho Turtles big time into the game, you obviously got different shops like Healers Collectibles, you got, you got Collected Comics, like, where Jet plays and such, and Texas, a bunch of different places like that. And obviously with the LGS support, there's supposed to be a lot of other places with that. Hopefully that still goes through when things calm down, But getting those cards out there, that's the big essential thing, because the pro part of the game is just so amazing, man. Like, having so many cards and such, and even seeing the cards that we're supposed to be getting coming out with these series, they're so awesome. The main thing is just getting those cards out to people. You know what I mean? So people were able to get those cards. It wasn't even until recently where myself, as well as a few other people, were able to get them, because there was a small pre-order that went on, and people were able to get them, through that. But the main thing is just getting those cards out, like getting big time distribution for those cards out so people are able to get them easier, because it just kills me seeing people like, get so bummed to the point where they don't even want to play the game anymore, and being a diehard fan, you guys know I'm going to be one of the last people that's like die hard for this, I'm one of those guys that's not going to go anywhere, I'm just going to be grinding and try to find whatever I can and get what cards ever I can. That's what I always do. It's how it's always been, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, do I get helped out with things at some point? Yeah, but a lot of the things I just work and grind to the point where I'm able to get them, and I just search, that's how it goes, just like any other person, you know what I mean? And it's honestly tough getting some of this stuff, won't lie, it really is. So definitely hoping that things get fixed with the distribution, because it's just so important, because there should be big time focus on the pro game as well, because you have so many people that are into it, that want to make deck profiles and such. And that's another thing with why I do what I do with my decks. I know some people are like, you don't make the most competitive decks always, Kimbo. That's not the premise. It's about the longevity of the game, So it's about making some decks that maybe some people who do not have that many Bakugan can get some inspiration from, you know, any sort of inspiration. Because, you know, there might be people out there that might have like 3, 4, 5, 6 Bakugan, and that's all they've got, and a few cards. Finding a way to use what they've got, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where, like, hopefully they're able to up their distribution and such, and, you know, get the cards out there. That's like the major thing, because there's just so much love for the game. Like I said, this is not full out criticism. I would never do that. You know, it's like constructive criticism, just giving thoughts of like what other people have about the game and such. And just also like just showing support, because we all love this game so much. So dang much, you know, like absolutely just over the moon for it, you know. I mean, I got tats for it. You guys are like, some of the reps have seen it in person. I've gotten some even since the invitational, you know. Look at the ones on my wrist being the biggest example, you know. I just love the game that much and want to see it succeed. And the main thing is just getting that support for the pro as well, like, you know, the pro version of the game, because just seeing all the cards and such, all the things they have planned for, you know, with like pro, and just seeing how Fusion Force is with the Fusion Bakugan, everything they have planned, like all the gimmicks and such for this season are so great. They're so amazing and so awesome. The Bakugan, same exact thing. They're all so good, you know. But just like those issues with the cards throws a wrench in things, you know what I mean? Like, I know I've kept up with like some of the Bakugan and such, and people are like, you got to see more deck profiles, Kimbo, or they want to see some with the new Bakugan. I'm just that dude that just waits for like the Evos. You know how it is with anybody who has like, you know, the cards and such, or, you know, plays the TCG pro way of playing the game. You know, getting those cards to where they can have the Evos, have certain cards, and make a deck. You know, people usually wait for the Evos. Some people, you know, won't use a deck unless they have the Evos with them. But even like in those cases, use Bakugan, you know, made deck profiles using Bakugan that don't have Evos to show how you can use Evos, not Evos, how you could use other cards, how you could use like, you know, certain flip cards, you could use Bakugear cards and work with what you have, you know. That's the whole premise of why I made so many different deck profiles, because there's so much diversity with it. Some being with like Bakugan combinations you never thought would work. Even making a mono R-less deck, you know, might have to use some proxies for it, but showing how you can make that work, you know, making what you have work. That's the whole premise of it and such. But yeah, you know, just the big hopes is just definitely getting the support, like the LGS support and such for the cards, because like I said, this game is so awesome, man. Just seeing all the cards and such they have planned, you know, really want people to be able to see that, and just fixing those distribution issues. That's the main thing, you know. For the figures themselves, they're doing a pretty dang good job. I mean, even my local store, I have one local store, you guys. It's a Walmart. I don't have any Targets or anything, so my chances of finding cards in stores are 0. You know, absolute 0. Gotta go online and find that stuff. You know, gotta go online and find the cards in any way possible, you know. Definitely making it where there's easier access to the cards. That's like the major thing and such, you know. Like I said, it's not a full-out criticism video or a bashing video or anything like that. It's about just showing the support and showing how things can be fixed, you know. Because obviously it's become a thing, you know. Like I said, this video is honestly inspired by, like, you know, Baku Talk, you know, Haru Ren, my dude. You know, love seeing his videos and such. You know, just seeing that video, it's honestly like what sparked it. I was just like, dang, man, it just kills me seeing people like really sad about things, you know, because it's such an amazing game with just so much potential and such. You know what I mean? And just the main thing with it, even with the figures and such, you know, like the standard way of playing it, at least there's like the figures and such coming out, which is great. But definitely getting that support up there for the cards is the essential thing that we totally need. And I really hope to see for sure. Because obviously Fusion Force, there's so many amazing things that Spin Master has planned for this. You know, like so many amazing things. We saw all the stuff that they had at the New York Toy Fair for things, you know, we're going crazy. Just so much awesome stuff there. Literally to the point where I passed out. I woke up and found out about all that info, and I ran around my house. I was like, dude, this is awesome. Things are gonna be crazy, man. I'm so hyped, you know. And then obviously things throwing a wrench, and, you know, like just nature throwing a wrench and everything, and then making things tough, you know. If there's any like suggestions maybe give, You know, like I said, just get the cards out and such. You know, you got distributors. That's the job of distributors, to get the cards out and such and be able to distribute them to as many places as possible. Getting that LGS support out there. Hopefully, when all this like calms down, be able to really like get that rolling for sure. Because people really, really want to see the cards, myself included. You know, opening those Armored Elite cards, I'm like, dang, this is awesome. But also, I was like, I don't know the next time I'm going to get more, you know? So I just got to work with what I got, you know? And some people not even be able to get their hands on it. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's like a thing I said before, you know, international distribution takes time with any series, you know, any series. So wherever the game is centered, they tend to get stuff first and then it rolls out, you know, just have to be fortunate enough to be in the U.S. with you know, it being centered here, for sure, you know. I'm totally honored about that. But even with that, even some issues with things here, we know it and such, you know. But just honestly hoping to get big time support like going for the card game, because it's such a gem. It's so amazing. It's like I said before, I know I've just said it on and on and on, but it really is, man. There's so much potential and it's there for sure. You know, just definitely got to get the cards out there and such, and really, really just want to see like the TCG support going, man, because it's so great. Even seeing the products and stuff, they're all so great. It's just getting those products out and getting them out on time, you know. But yeah, with any suggestions for it, maybe, you know, you got so many people that support it. You know, obviously you got Bakutubers that support the game big time. You got shops that support the game big time, you know. Definitely trust us with things, you know, because you know we're gonna do our best to absolutely market it and just show it off, because this game is amazing and it deserves that love. For sure. And even the bands they got now, are they making some things stronger? Some Bakugan getting stronger, quote unquote, you know, power creep boys. Some Bakugan are getting a little bit stronger. But also there's so many cards that there's so much you can work with. No matter what Bakugan or such you use, there's so much that you can work with things. You know, it's just about getting those things out, you know, and the cards, because the cards go hand in hand with the Bakugan, you know, with the TCG. And with those cards, you know, being pushed back or not being able to get, you know, like distributed as quickly, it makes it tougher to use the Bakugan, you know. But even like so, like I said before, making decks without like the Evos or anything, you know. That's why I've done some of the ones that didn't get Evos during the first season. And even just like some of the Bakugan that they scrapped at the very end, maybe release those in the future, you know, do a mystery box for sure. There's still Bakugan that haven't come out, you know, like the Diamond Kellyon, like the Pyrus Webum, like the Ventus Pyravian Ultra, you know, or even Bakugan that they didn't release during the first season or something. Maybe do like a legacy line or something, you know, have some Bakugan that they didn't put out before, because, you know, like Tico being one from the show that wasn't made, Apollyon, another one that was from the show that wasn't made, Artulian, another one from the show that wasn't made, you know what I mean? Tico is one of my favorite Bakugan from like the first season for sure. One of my favorites. The second that they introduced Tico, I wanted to get one. But then found out that it wasn't made, and I was like, oh man, no, because it happened with Naga. Well, they made Naga, but they didn't make Silent Naga, you know? And then even, like, I'll even bring it up for the fans. This is how you know I'm a long-time fan. You know, Leonidas and Gladiator from the video games, you know, that sort of thing. But, yeah, maybe just get those Bakugan out. I mean, obviously talk about Tico and Artulian and such, you know. But, yeah, I would love to just see that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Just so many things, you know. And like I said, this is just a video just out of full support, and you know, just wanted to see amazing things for the game, because it just deserves it, man. It's just that much of a gem, and it's that awesome. All the products and such are awesome. It's just about getting them out there and being able to see them, and people being able to get their hands on them for sure, you know. But yeah, so those are my main words on everything. You guys know how I am. I'm a real dude, and just, you know, being there and just seeing the events and everything and seeing all the products and everything, my mind was blown. You guys saw like the images of me at the events, just my jaw dropped, just having the time of my life, just unbelieving everything, like just shocked by everything, you know. You can even ask other like Bakutubers that were at the event. I was hyped the entire time. I was there filming and stuff to the point where I was exhausted every day I went back. There was a day, like, I think it was the same day as like the Invitational. That was way earlier. I got like literally 3 hours of sleep because I was up to like probably like 4 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, it was on like East Coast. West Coast time, so it's like 2 there, but still like really, really early / late in the morning, just getting footage and stuff of stuff that was going on, you know. So you guys knew everything that was going on, showed off everything. Diehard fan of it. You guys already know. Absolutely love the game. I mean, heck, I'm up at almost 4 o'clock in the morning right now, not sleeping when I probably should, you know. Sometimes I'm up making videos this late, in all honesty, you know, and I just tend to sleep in. It happens. But I figured I'd make this and just be real, you know what I mean? Just want to see full support for it, and like I said, if they're looking at this directly, Spin Master, love you guys so much, for sure. Absolutely amazing job with the art style, the artwork, everything, the Bakugan, the cards, all of it. Just the design for all of it is just absolutely amazing. It's so good and it's so cool. Everything is. Just want to see it rolling, you know, see people be able to get the cards and such and get big time brawls in, you know. And I know right now it's even hard for people to do brawls. There's Untapped now, you know, it's a thing, site people use online, untapped.in. People do online brawls with it. It's a little different because obviously, like, you know, you make it where like whatever Bakugan, you have it go to like a certain core, you know. That's the main thing for it. You can pick whatever core it gets on the field, you know. It's just a digital way of playing the game, and figured out a way of playing that. I personally still got to learn it myself and do some brawls with people, you know, because I have a lot of people who've been like, yo, you want to brawl? You want to brawl? I've just been so busy with life. It's crazy, like, you know, moving and also still working essentially and stuff. Takes up a lot of time. But, you know, hoping to go on and just do some brawls online. I know I got to learn the program and stuff, and it'll take me a little bit, but totally down to do that, you know what I mean? Even that being like figured out, like a way of brawling right now where everybody's just separated, you know. But definitely just want to see that support for like the TCG for sure, because Pro deserves it. Like the Pro version definitely deserves that, man. You know, the toy figure game is definitely getting the praise that it deserves for sure. The Pro version definitely deserves that much attention too, because it's just that much of a gem, and it is great. It's so great. It's so fantastic. It's so wonderful. It's just about getting it out there to people for sure. But yeah, guys. Anyways, just wanted to keep it as short and simple as I could. Like I said, Spin Master, if you're watching this directly, you guys know I love you with all my heart, and I love this game with all my heart. It's a given. Literally on my sleeve. You guys, channel, all supporters, everybody, my fam, all on my sleeve, because I love this so much. I'm that passionate about it. I'm a very passionate person. Everybody knows that about me, you know. Being up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like I said before. Just want to see big time things with like with the card game, because you know the figures, it's absolutely fantastic. Just hopefully getting that much more distribution for the TCG, because it definitely deserves it, you know what I mean? But yeah, and like I said, other things to fix it, you know, just getting distributors to get out the cards and such. And also, you know, you would have it where like Spin Master, you could set up a website yourself, you know, to just sell stuff directly. Heck, like find some distributors and just sell stuff directly. I know I'd go on and I'd get some stuff for sure, you know. But yeah, just know the support's there, and we love you for sure. We all love you so much. We just want to see the absolute best for this game, because it definitely deserves it, you know, because it's just that awesome. It's that amazing, and we're all that hype about it, especially during this time period with things right now. You know, right now, definitely just need that support and such, and just everybody's itching at the teeth and the bones and such, just get their hands on the stuff, you know? I know I am. Heck, it's one of the things really keeping me sane, being honest. But yeah, man, just want to see the absolute best for things. But yeah, I guess that's basically everything for this video. I think I got all the points out and such. People, you guys can put your thoughts and such in the comments as well, but also just roll with it. Be constructive about it. You know, not just fully bashing or anything, because that's never good. Do not do that. Do not just fully bash or anything, you know, because that's honestly rude and just not good, you know. Be constructive about things, because there are things that are amazing, and there are things that could be worked on and such, you know. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments below and stuff. But yeah, hopefully I was able to get like few people's thoughts out there and such with this video. Tried my best, and it's also really, really early in the morning. But I'm like, I gotta make this video and just be fully honest with it. Because love the game for sure, love the game, and just want to see the absolute best for it. Because this game deserves some big time longevity. It has so much potential, and it's so amazing, man. And I'm still big time looking forward to the future. You know what I mean? I'm a very optimistic person, and just big time still looking forward to the future. But that's basically everything. Got it all out of there. I think I used the last bit of energy in my body for the night. I totally just felt like all the energy leave my body and my soul in the last 2 minutes. Because just tired. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to go get some rest. Like I said, it's basically 4 o'clock in the morning, at least on the East Coast here. So at the time of recording this is probably like 1 o'clock in the West Coast or whatever, and such. Used to being a night owl, because working late and such, and usually recording videos really, really late. This is my average bedtime, usually a little bit earlier, probably around like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But figured I'd make this video, and I'm like, need to make it. Anyways, guys, like I said, put your thoughts in the comments and such, and just be positive about things. You can do is just keep grinding, stay positive. Spin Master, we love you. Just want to see the absolute best for the game, because it's that great. It's that great. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content, because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, guys, until next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Until then, stay awesome. And Bakugan Brawl! You already know. A bunch of big time deck profiles coming up. Got a lot of things planned. Big hype. So yeah, hope you guys stay tuned, and hope you guys enjoy the content that is to come. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Till then, stay awesome. And Bakugan! Actually, I gotta do it like Tillman. A Bakugan Brawl! I think I did pretty decent. Couldn't do it too loud because it's kind of late, but I'm up out of here. And also, big time love for all the, Bakutubing channels out there. Support Bakutubers, support Bakugan. You already know. There's so many people out there putting in work. I can't name a bunch of names and such right now, but just know, you all matter. You're all doing a great job. I love all of you. We're all Brawlers United. But yeah, there's so many amazing channels out there. I'd sit here and just give a long list of shout outs to a bunch of people, but we'd be here for a while. So yeah, odds are I'm talking about you. But yeah, just saying. And like I said, Spin Master, we love you. I absolutely love you guys. You already know. Just want to see the absolute best for things, because it definitely deserves it, like I said. And it has that much potential, and it's that great. And before I go to bed, I'm just going to give an honorable mention just at the end, something I forgot. Bring back the Bakugan show, man. It was so good. It was so awesome. And just even like small, like side brawls, like how they have like the small brawl videos on the channel and such. Love those. Definitely bring those back for sure. It's just even those small things, they might not seem like much, but they're so fun and they're so awesome, man. That's one thing I absolutely loved about Battle Plan, especially the first part of it, and would love to see that. And also the brawls that they did, they did brawls and such on the channel, on the YouTube channel. Absolutely loved seeing that, because just seeing VK and Arliss Ancient just face off and such, just absolutely sick, man. Absolutely love seeing that. Definitely want to see stuff like that. It's so great. It's so awesome, and it's so important. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head to bed. Definitely need some rest, but like I said, all this was set out of love. No spite or anything. Absolutely not. Just full out love and support, because just want to see the absolute best for things. I've said it before, but just stands, definitely want to see the best for things. And for everybody that happened to watch this video, and if Spin Master happens to watch this video, thank you so much for watching and just for everything at this point. And definitely can't wait for the future, man. Definitely can't. It's gonna be awesome. I'm an optimistic dude. Bakugan, bro.